What's up, book fans? Today we're just book fans. So, it is spooky season, new Halloween, yeah. So today we are obviously talking about Harry Potter. Okay, fine, it might not be the scariest thing out there, but it does have some scary elements, like man-eating spiders, man-eating snakes, lots of other man-eating things, the word snogging. All of those are very, very spooky things, especially the last one. Harry Potter is a very, very popular movie franchise, but it started as a book series. So, I today am not going to be talking about the movie franchise. Today I'm going to be talking about the book series, which I actually like a lot more than the movie franchise. I think that the books are way better. I know what you might be thinking, but you already did a ranking of the movies. Why do you need to do the books? Well, surprisingly, when you look at my ranking of the books, it is very, very, very different from my ranking of the movies. And I think that that's because when you're making a good movie, it's not just the story that you have to get right, it's also the execution. So, I'm going to be ranking these books off of how well the story is executed compared to the movies, which they're all better than the movies, like way better than the movies. I still like the movies, but they're way better. I love the books. All of these books are amazing. Some are just a teensy bit better than the others. I'm just saying that straight out. All of them are amazing. This list was very hard to make. They're all great. So let's get started. Number 8. This was in my top 3 movies, but oddly it is my least favorite book, and that is Order of the Phoenix. Or, as my dad always likes to call it, did somebody order a phoenix? Yeah, he seriously does sometimes call it that. I'm trying to act like it's a bad joke, but I laugh every time he says it. It's actually really funny. Order of the Phoenix, I love this story, this whole idea. I actually really like that element of it. However, I do have to say, both the movie and the book don't handle it very well. The movie has the problem of going too fast, and the book has the complete opposite problem. This is the longest book, and a lot of that time is dedicated to a bunch of slow-paced, boring stuff. And that really was distracting. I have to say, it was very odd how all the other ones are like mostly fast-paced and interesting. This one wasn't really. Yeah, it comes down lower on the list. Now, number 6, Sorcerer's Stone, which was my least favorite movie, and it's not that high on the book thing either, but it's different in this occasion because the movie one I genuinely do think wasn't that good. This one I think is really good, but there are other books that are better than it. As the books go on, they just start to get way more interesting. And Order of the Phoenix is pretty much the only one that isn't more interesting than this. I still think this one is a great book, just the books keep topping themselves. So, number 5, Prisoner of Azkaban, which I have to say, I love the third act of this book, which means all of the stuff that happens with the Marauders, with the time travel, all of that might just be my favorite thing that ever happens in Harry Potter. Unfortunately, that's only a third of the book. The rest of the book is still fine, but I can't say that it's amazing. I still really love the book, just that third act is the only part that I can say is like really great Harry Potter stuff. Let's move on to number 4, Chamber of Secrets. I really like this story. I thought that it was way darker and way better handled than the first book, which is partly because the first book and the first movie both had to do all of this world building This one doesn't. This one just gets right into its story in both the movie and the book, and I think that that has a better result. So, I really don't know what more to say. I just really like this. But my top 3, even though these are all great books, I have to say my top 3 are on a whole other level than the rest of the books. They are like really, 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 really good. Really, really. Number 3, Goblet of Fire. I actually overheard what the plot of this book was before I read the book. And when I heard it, I was like, no, that sounds too good to be true. But it was true. And it was really, really good. I don't know what more to say. I really like the plot and the story of this one. Now let's move on. Number 2, I was actually shocked that this wasn't number 1. I thought for sure when I was thinking about making this list, oh, Deathly Hallows would definitely be number 1. No, Deathly Hallows is number 2. This is a small complaint with the book. I still think that it was a really good ending to the series, but I do have this one complaint. A lot of people complain about how the movie had all these slow-paced scenes and boring scenes in the forest. One thing that a lot of people ignore is that this book has even more of that when you actually look at it. It really does have longer of those slow-paced, boring scenes. It's still really good, but those boring scenes just hold it back. I still think that it's a really good book, though. Number 1, though, Half-Blood Prince. I love all of these books, but with the other ones, I do have tiny nitpicks here and there. Half-Blood Prince is the only book that I don't really have any of that with. The only nitpick that I have about it is how the ending reveal, not the one about the Half-Blood Prince, but the one about the Vanishing Cabinet. The Vanishing Cabinet had no setup. Besides that, I still think that everything else about this book is great. It's my favorite Harry Potter book. So there you go. That's Book Fan's ranking of all the Harry Potter books. That's my name, Book Fan. It's definitely my name. I didn't just make that up in this episode, that's for sure. So guys, that's pretty much all. I hope that you guys had or have a happy Halloween. It depends on when this video comes out, but yeah, so see ya, movie friends. I meant book. Crap, I acknowledged my actual name. I gotta get out of here.
Ha 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 ha!